this point in time, I'd like to talk about one counter which is listing on the National Stock Exchange after a successful run on the BSE. Nakora Textiles is listing on the NSE, and to talk to us a little bit more in detail about the company's business, expansion plans, its working capital requirements, all of that, Mr. B.G. Jain, he's CMD at Nakora Textiles. He's joining in right now and from Mumbai. Mr. Jain, morning. Thanks very much for talking to NDTV Profit and taking time out of your busy schedules to come into our studios. We'd like to welcome you to NDTV Profit and get a sense of how your business is doing. Thanks very much for coming in. Sir, first off, I was wondering, I was just looking through your stock performance over the last couple of months, and particularly what's interesting is that over the last 6 months, there has been a sharp but continuing consistent up move that your stock has seen on the BSE. Think between September and now, the price is up anywhere about 50-odd%. What is your company doing right, or to what would you attribute this up move?
See, let me tell you, since last 5 years, we have been achieving CAGR growth both in top line and bottom line more than 20%. It is 25% to be more precise. And this year, December 12, we have ended with a top line of 2,577 crores and the bottom line of 60 crores. So that is a very, very good last 5 years. Our progress has been, our growth has been very, very high and very good. I think that is the reason, and the market is also good.
Sure. They've taken a note of what's been going on with business. So what is your current spinning capacity? And I'm also wondering that you did talk about earlier about whether or not you're looking at some sort of expansion plan. If I'm not wrong, you have planned a 3-phase expansion starting April. Talk to us a little bit in detail about your expansion plan, the capital requirements for that, how well you're funded.
See, phase 1 we completed at the capital cost of 333 crores in 2010. And the phase 2 we have completed just in November 12 with a capital outlay of 234 crores. Now that has made us fully integrated player in the industry. So far we were after phase 1 we are making some polyester chips also, but after phase 2 we are fully integrated. We have a 70,000 ton of POI capacity and 70,000 ton of FDY capacity. Along with that, another value added 10,000 ton of twisting capacity. This is what what we have so far completed. Now we are taking up the phase 3, in which we will totally increase our capacity from 1,40,000 ton to 4,20,000 ton. That is adding 2,80,000 ton more. That means tripling our capacity, and that will complete by 2015. And the capital outlay for that is 1,746 crores to be funded by term loans of 1,305 crores and the rest 441 crores of our internal accruals as well as capital issues.
Okay. All right. That's great clarity there, sir. And just for our viewers' benefit, I wanted to mention that when you were talking about your individual capacities there, POY stands for partially oriented yarn and FDY stands for fully drawn yarn. Sir, you were talking about your cash position, and I'd just like to question you a little bit more about how your working capital requirements are, whether or not do you see any need for fundraising at this point in time?
Actually, we have for phase 3, almost the exercise is complete to raise 1,305 crore term loans. And in addition to that, we have raised some capital through issue of warrants to the promoters as well as strategic investors. So I think so far the exercise is complete. Now we may look forward for not in next 1 or 2 years, any capital raising.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Okay, sir, from textiles to wind power, that really isn't a journey that's undertaken very often. Talk to us a little bit about why you've invested in wind power mills and projects there, power projects in Tamil Nadu, and how significant is that business as of today?
We have total 12 megawatt capacity in wind power, 6.75 megawatt in Tamil Nadu and 5.25 megawatt in Madhya Pradesh. We were planning a big foray into this sector, but the recent withdrawals of incentives by the government, we have put the plans on hold in wind power, and we'll continue with our... Huh?
No plans of ramping that business up as of now?
As of today, no.
Okay. All right. Okay, sir. Thank you very much for coming into our studios and giving us so much more clarity about capacity expansion, about the plans that you have so far. Not